Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we'll uncover the disturbing and tragic story of the assassination of Patrice Lumumba, the first Prime Minister of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Lumumba was a powerful symbol of African independence, determined to lead his nation out of the grip of colonial exploitation. However, his vision of a unified, sovereign Congo clashed with Western interests and corporate powers that sought control over Congo's vast resources. What followed was a series of covert operations, political betrayals, and ultimately, his brutal assassination. Let's explore how this tragedy unfolded and its lasting impact. Who was Patrice Lumumba? Patrice Lumumba was a nationalist leader who played a pivotal role in Congo's fight for independence from Belgian colonial rule. In 1960, after Congo achieved independence, Lumumba became the country's first democratically elected prime minister. His government sought to end foreign control of Congo's resources, especially its rich mineral deposits, and establish a truly sovereign state. However, Lumumba's refusal to align with Western interests, particularly those of the United States and Belgium, caused fear among Cold War powers. Both countries viewed him as a potential ally of the Soviet Union, a perception that sealed his fate. The dirty tactics behind his assassination. Belgium's role. Belgium, determined to maintain influence over Congo's lucrative mining operations, played a key role in destabilizing Lumumba's government. Belgian officials conspired with Congolese political rivals and armed separatist movements, such as those in the Katanga region, to weaken Lumumba's authority. The CIA, under orders from U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, saw Lumumba as a threat to American Cold War interests. Documents later revealed that the CIA developed plans to assassinate Lumumba, including plots to poison him. Though the poison plan was not carried out, the U.S. supported efforts to remove Lumumba through political manipulation. Capture and betrayal. Lumumba was betrayed and captured by forces loyal to Joseph Mobutu, a military leader who would later rule Congo as a dictator with Western backing. He was handed over to secessionist leaders in Katanga, where Belgian officials ensured that Lumumba would be executed. Execution and cover-up. On January 17, 1961, Lumumba was executed by firing squad, and his body was dismembered and dissolved in acid to erase evidence. This horrific act was carried out under the supervision of both Belgian and Katangan officials, with full knowledge of foreign governments. Why it's considered dirty? The assassination of Patrice Lumumba is widely regarded as one of the most egregious examples of Cold War interference in Africa. It involved covert operations, political sabotage, and foreign meddling in the affairs of a newly independent nation. The fact that powerful governments conspired to eliminate a democratically elected leader to protect economic interests highlights the moral bankruptcy of Cold War-era geopolitics. This act not only undermined Congo's sovereignty, but also contributed to decades of political instability and authoritarian rule. Impact and consequences. The assassination of Lumumba plunged Congo into political chaos and paved the way for Joseph Mobutu's dictatorship, which lasted over 3 decades. Under Mobutu, Congo, renamed Zaire, suffered from corruption, repression, and economic decline, all while Western powers continued to exploit its resources. Lumumba's death also became a rallying cry for Pan-African movements, inspiring resistance against neocolonialism across the continent. He is remembered as a martyr for African liberation, with his legacy serving as a reminder of the cost of foreign interference in sovereign nations. Legacy and lessons. Patrice Lumumba's story underscores the dangers faced by leaders who challenge global power structures. His assassination, exposed the lengths to which corporate and geopolitical interests would go to maintain control over Africa's resources. Today, his name symbolizes the ongoing struggle for self-determination, justice, and accountability. The truth surrounding his murder, while now widely acknowledged, continues to fuel debates about the role of foreign powers in Africa's development. The assassination of Patrice Lumumba stands as a tragic example of how colonialism and Cold War politics shaped the fate of newly independent nations. Despite his death, Lumumba's vision of a free and united Congo lives on as a source of inspiration for those fighting for justice and equality. Thanks for watching.